Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Uh, by now, I want to believe you've seen the new musical video that we made for Ibeji, titled Chocolate. An amazing song, beautiful video. If you've not seen the video, go back now, go and see it before you come and watch this episode. The Chocolate Heart was directed by Sneaks Dave alongside Remy Okunlola. Amazing creative, had an amazing time directing with him. And as you can see, the film is a film noir. It's in black and white, which was a creative choice that we made. We needed to, chocolate her. We need to tell the story the way it's supposed to tell. So we decided we are not filming it in color. We are not our color grade is going to be the film noir look. And if you know well, you would know that the toughest way to shoot things is in black and white, because then you have no colors to hide behind. You can't hide your mistakes with colors because you have just monochrome. You have black and white. So if you are making any mistake, any error, it's going to be displaying in black and white. So there is no hiding. So we knew we needed everything to be, very perfect, very, very perfect. I drew majority of my inspiration from my favorite black and white film ever, Sun City. If you've seen Sun City, you would see similarities from Sun City and Chocolate Heart, especially the bar scene. I think when we go into the set design, I will talk more about that. So let's quickly talk about the story. So the story is the story of the man Ibeji that walks into this bar and sees this lady dancing. But one thing that you need to know is that he's just having it's all an imagination. It's fragments of his mind of this particular lady that he met at the same bar, and had this chocolate heart with her in the same bar. So he's reliving that moment. He wants to see her again in that same bar, and they should have that same chocolate heart moment in that same bar. But everything you see is just, a fragment, of his mind. She's always there. She's always in his mind, in his heart, and in his soul. So that was why when you see the hand, you would see that we established this facts for the audience to figure that, she's not really there. He's just imagining. And we did this by, at the beginning, when he walks in, there was nobody there. Then the song starts and suddenly we see somebody. So that alone should, give you that sense of, how did this person get there, etc, etc. Then at the end, before the end, we also did something. We made sure there was no contact between the two of them. You could see when he was playing, the singer was playing the piano, the lady was there. He keeps playing his piano, and the way he's playing his piano, almost as if there was nobody on the piano. So he's just playing normally, but we can see there's somebody, but he can't, because it's just his imagination. So we did it that way to give the audience a sense of, they are not interacting, but then there is still this connection. We try to show intimacy without showing intimacy, if you get what I mean. So we did that. Then in the end, you would see that scene where the camera panned behind Ibeji and the lady's gone. Poof. Imagination. Vivid imagination. So that was basically the premises in which the story is set. I think we can now move into the set design and costume. Let's quickly talk about the set design and the production design. So for this film, everything you see was built from scratch. It was just a big black empty studio that we had to build every element of this video from scratch, because everything we needed in this film doesn't exist. So he needs to conceive it and build it from scratch. So production design was very important, and it was very important for us to get it right. Mossad worked on the production design. Amazing guy. He he got the brief and he delivered. He delivered. And when I gave him that brief and I took this, especially for the bar scene, he was very excited. And I told him, I took the reference from, like I said, from Sin City. I remembered, I'd seen this bar scene in one of my favorite movies, Sin City. And I liked the way the bar looks. The bar, just by default, you walking in by default is already in black and white. Even seeing it in real life, you are seeing black and white already. So I loved the bar. And I gave Musad, the production designer, the brief. He was very excited about it. And I think the final result is extremely close to what was in the Sin City movie. Everyone was happy about it and it really, really worked. Then aside the bar, we also had the piano that we also built. And we had the cage thing, we had the couch, we had the wall, and all of those things. But every element you see was built from scratch by the production designer. Then the costume, Akombi worked on the costume. Amazing guy. We wanted 3 costumes, and the first costume was going to be okay. So something happened with the costume actually. So for the costume that the talent was dancing with, the blue. Okay, there's no color, so you can't know if it's blue or. Anyways, the costume she was with on the bar stage, yeah. So that was not supposed to be the costume that talent was going to be wearing. It was supposed to be a different costume, this one that you're seeing on the screen. But when we didn't do fitting the day before whatsoever, we did everything that day on set. So when the fittings was happening, we figured the major costume was too small for the talent, and she wasn't comfortable with how short it was. And I mean, if your talent is not comfortable, first thing you need to do is you need to make her comfortable. But Akombi, great guy, came up with a very quick solution. He had another fabric in his pouch, so he brought that out, did 1 or 2 things, and made it work. So that's why we went with the one that we had to use. So that was about that one. Then we had this scene, the couch scene, where our talent is being beautiful on the couch, as you can see in the reference that you can see on the screen now. We needed the gown to be very long and almost like it's flowing down the couch. So I saw this scene. I saw this picture image while I was doing my research, and I loved it. So that was a reference for that particular scene. And then for Ibeji's costume, he was going to be wearing a dark suit and the Siga vibes. I took majority of inspiration for Ibeji from Peaky Blinders. You know how Cillian Murphy is always looking like the macho, that is vibe, alpha male kind of vibe. So I took his the way he does. I took that character and used it for Ibeji in this video. So that was my inspiration for Ibeji. Yeah. So to the scene breakdown. So let's break down the scenes one by one. Let's start with the bar scene. So yeah, the bar scene. I'll be putting up some pictures from the treatment so you can see some references I used. So I saw this painting when I was, doing my research and all of that, and I loved it. So I took this painting and I used it as an inspiration of how I want Ibeji to be positioned in the bar. Then, because we knew what we wanted already, we knew Ibeji is going to be there smoking a cigar and having his drink. Then we'd have the lady on the platform just dancing away, and Ibeji is just there, doing his thing and imagining all of those things in his mind. So this picture is what I used as a reference of how Ibeji is going to. I really like the picture. I like the frame. I like what it looks like. So that was an inspiration for that scene and all of that. Then if you go to our second scene, yeah, so I had this idea that I want the lady to sit on the piano or just be on the piano as Ibeji is playing. I feel like that's going to be an incredible scene. It's is it slaughtery or sultry? Sultry. What's the word? Sultry. Slaughtery. SULTRY. Sultry. Okay, so for the piano scene where we have the girl, sitting or just sitting on the piano while Ibeji is playing, I just imagine that scene. It's very sultry and it speaks a lot of volume. You're playing the keyboard, your piano, and there's this girl, dancing and being sexy on the piano. That's an amazing and very romantic imagery. So that's why I infused that into the video also, and I got some references online also that helped communicate, the idea. And our third scene, where we have the girl on the couch. I'd already explained this in the costume. I just like that the girl is feeling herself on the couch, and her dress is flowy, and she has a glass of wine. You know all what that represents elegance, woman, feminine. I just feel like it's a very strong feminine representation. So I had to, include that in the video. Aside the major scenes, we had other B-roll scenes, like where the girl was peeping through the window, and where she did this in that cage. So those are just additional B-rolls that we had on set. I just came to us and we were like, oh, this would be nice to have, and of course very nice to have also. Lighting and cinematography. I won't be saying much about that. In fact, I'll be skipping that because there's going to be another episode that talks about lighting and cinematography. So yeah, you stay tuned for that one. So we'll go to visual effects. There wasn't really much visual effects in this film. It wasn't a VFX heavy film. I think the major VFX that we have is just cleanups and all of that. Nothing too serious. We just cleaned some stuff and all of that. And for the editing, the editing was on point. We just had to make it slow and follow the song, and we were cutting to the beats, doing all of those things, putting all of those things together made us, tell a progressive story and an interesting story. And that was actually very, very, very nice and amazing. So yes, that's basically everything there is to Chocolate Her. It's a project that I'm actually very proud of. Love it, love it, love it, love it. It's beautiful, it's nice. If you've not seen it, I don't believe you should be watching this video to the end. So if you are getting to this place, you've already seen it. So yeah, that's basically what it is. The lighting and cinematography breakdown is going to be coming next. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned. We have more music videos coming. There's more breakdowns coming. There's more things coming. Yeah, like always, we'll see you in the next one. Peace.